Are you well?
How do you think we are, Nilan? When so many of our own walked headlong into pointless death by your doing. You fell back at the last moment. But what do you think happened to all of those who were convinced to follow?
I am sorry.
Nilan thought he was doing right. And I am sorry for your friends, but they each made their own choice. Alas, there is no point in regretting choices made. We must look to build the future.
Thank you for taking up my defense, Fridengar. But they are not wrong. Without my fiery speeches, this never would have happened. If it takes my entire life to repair the consequences of my madness, I will do it. I promise you that.
What do you plan to do now?
I believe that we'll stay here. We cannot leave this place unguarded. It's far too powerful. And one day, perhaps we will succeed in purifying it, to return to this earth a form of peace.
And I believe that I know what we can do. On Tir Fredi, I was a member of the Beroig Nodas clan. And even if I do not have the strength and wisdom of Dunkas, our Mal, I remember certain purification rituals. However, I do not believe I can do this alone. I am going to need help. Notably, I need help from other members of my clan.
We are going to help you. Aren't we? Your friends in this country should be able to make this possible, no?
We will think on this and we will try and find a way. Yes.
And what are you going to do?
We need to learn more about the plans and motivations driving General Gurnaz, the man threatening our people.
In that case, it's my turn to ask you to be careful. May the earth carry you, always.
I'd like to thank you again for coming to find me. And for stopping me before I committed another act of madness. You're a much better Donega than I'll ever be. You went to bring the remedy to our people. And you returned to save us from Kurnas, when all I was thinking about was revenge. It was absurd, and I dragged some of our people into it.
I know you felt responsible for our people here, but I was still surprised that you didn't come back to Tir Fredi with us. You so wished to return as quickly as possible, I thought you missed our island too.
Yes, I still miss it, every moment of every day. But I realized, as we were trying to find a way to get back, that I had to stay here, that it was my role, my duty. Especially after what I had done to our master, Sheda. And to you, trust me, it broke my heart. Never to see it again. Never to set foot on its blessed ground. And to see you leave too. I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again.
Even if Mev hadn't asked me to come back, I'd have come. I couldn't have left you here never to see you again.
I think a part of me knew. Or at least hoped. We are linked, no matter what. But I'm so glad you're telling me. I don't know what I'd become without you. Or rather, I do. And I'm not proud of it.
Sybil? Are you all right?
Yes, No, I never imagined losing my parents in this way. I feel like a part of me has been ripped out.
You? I never thought I would see you again, friends. I assumed you had returned to your homes. far from the folly that shadows us all here.
The folly? What are you talking about?
Let's just say that things are not moving uphill. The General Kurnaz and his faction are more and more popular. He said a few populist speeches of note, pamphlets are circulating, and posters postulating that an empire is the solution to all problems. Of course, the majority of intellectuals and savants disagree with that conjecture, but the population is adhering to the proposition. This has allowed him to impose to the Sopharks a certain number of changes. Soldiers are everywhere, you must have noticed.
It's because our dear Nahar, the mistress of all knowledge of my people, had foreseen such a possibility that we have returned. Has the Council of Al-Sad not tried to return to a semblance of order?
Alas, they haven't. Kurnaz was able to win a few battles against Dutan, and in doing so garnered support from partisans of his ideology. As for the others, they've demonstrated a gullibility that is disconcerting. They do not see the danger that he represents despite my warnings. Alongside other guilty parties, your people is often listed among them, which has made them less sensitive to the horrors the General has in store.
And are you aware of his new plan to instate his empire?
Alas, I am not. Though he's gained influence, he's far from achieving his goals if he continues with his current methods. Knowing him, he certainly has something in mind. But unless we were to go and spy on him, I don't know how we could guess his next steps.
That's an idea. Why not go and spy on him? Do we know where he is right now?
He is not easy to pin down. He changes his place of residence nearly every day and is never seen without a large escort of soldiers. However...
Yes? Are you getting an idea?
I learned that the General is organizing a meeting in his residence tonight. He hardly ever holds such meetings, but he must need to reassure his influence supporters. His residency is found in the military borough, not far from the prisons. But I need to warn you, it won't be easy to get in.
I'll come with you. I don't want to miss an occasion to discover what the General is cooking up.
Once again, be extremely careful. If you're caught, I won't be able to do anything for you. And it would only help Kurnaz convince the population of the danger you represent.
We will do everything to remain discreet, you can be sure.
I hate having to stoop to espionage, but I fear that we have no other choice. Do you have anything else you would like to discuss?
Thank you for having us. We're leaving.
It was a pleasure. I hope we'll have another chance to meet.
Mikhail? Is it really you?
Oh, I did think I recognised you. It's been a very long time. How are you?
Well, thank you. Forgive me for being curious, but do you work in this residence?
In fact, I do. Would you mind talking as we walk along the road? I don't want to be accused of idling on the job. I have several shopping errands. Tonight the Master is home, and he has invited several important people.
We'll follow you.
I'm sorry to have dragged you all the way over here, but the guards are nervous, and I'd prefer to stay out of sight of their inquisitive stares.
You were talking about your master. Who is he?
The General Kurnaz, of course. Ordinarily, he is always running whither thither, but he decided to stay here tonight. It's the new post that I found after... Well, you do remember. I'm not complaining. It's a very good house. I haven't forgotten what you did for me, you know. If you need anything at all, no matter what.
Well, since you bring it up, we are in fact looking for some information.
I'm all ears. I'll do what I can to help you.
Do you know if the General is staying for a long time in his home?
No one's told me that, but he never stays for very long. If you want to have a word with him, you'd do best to talk to him today.
We need to get inside the villa without entering by the front door. Would you know how we could go about it?
Well, there isn't an entry for the servants, if that's what you're thinking of. There is only the main door. But wait! There has been some work going on the outside walls that collapsed. You could get in through there. Normally the wall isn't accessible, but the workers use a ladder that they put away at night. It just so happens that I know one of them. Rather well, in fact. If you really need to get in there, I could ask him to leave the ladder out tonight. What do you say?
That would be perfect. What can you tell us about the security inside?
It's every bit as robust as at the door. This is a veritable fortress when the General is in residence.
We could dress up as servants like you. Do you think that would work?
Yes, I suppose. But you should tell them that you've been hired for today's reception, because they know all the personnel of the house.
Thank you very much, Mikhail. Your help is immeasurable.
Don't worry. The ladder will be there tonight. Now I need to run. I have much shopping to do. The mistress is kind, but if I'm not back soon, she's gonna kill me.
Goodbye, Mikhail.
Hey, you! What are you doing over there? You've got no business being here.
Excuse me, we must have gotten lost. We're here to help out with the General's reception.
Oh, yeah, well, you are indeed quite lost. You need to hurry. You're gonna be needed inside.
Yes, sir. We're headed there now.
Those imbeciles don't understand anything. They quibble as our country mires itself in a war without end. Only a powerful empire could crush Thélème and bring us the peace and prosperity we all dream of. These diplomats and scholars blather on and on about sovereignty when they risk being swept away by the enemy. But I shall persuade them otherwise. My war monsters will give them new perspective. Once they've seen the power these beasts provide, the victories served on a platter, they will bend. Imagine all the nations of the continent, as well as Teofredi, finally united under a single banner.
May the Enlightened guide my hand.
No, faster!
Die! I will not let you enslave my nation!
What have we here? If it isn't your friend Zerin, the Thélème spy. She's not alone. Arrest her accomplices.
They're fleeing through the garden! Faster!
I see him! Over here!
Don't let them get away!
Well, well. A Teofredi savage and a hodgepodge band of misfits. I've heard talk about you. I'm quite happy to make your acquaintance. And even happier to know that you'll soon be rotting in a jail with your friend, that spy from Thélème.
Why must Kernaz's soldiers always be so arrogant? Should we get rid of him?
Yes. To arms!
Well, well. A Teofredi savage and a hodgepodge band of misfits. I've heard talk about you. I'm quite happy to make your acquaintance. And even happier to know that you'll soon be rotting in a jail with your friend, that spy from Thélème.
Why must Kernaz's soldiers always be so arrogant? Should we get rid of him?
Yes. To arms!
Oh, I was starting to fear we wouldn't be able to make it back to the ship.
Thank you, Fausta. What got a hold of her? I too wanted to kill that frogwort, but I didn't put everyone in danger to do it.
I hope she is still alive.
She certainly is, but her incarceration will be trying. Kernaz is going to want to interrogate her, and I fear that his methods will be brutal.
Do you have an idea where she might be being kept?
In the prison, which I believe you're already familiar with.
It's the only adequate place for holding someone in the city. She'll be in quarters that are far more guarded than the ones you were in.
We're going to have to plan another escape while the entire city is already on our heels. How are we going to do this?
Come now, Alvi. Don't cry defeat. You know that I'm rather gifted in this domain. I've already proven myself, haven't I? I am certain that we can sneak our little brainless favorite out of these jails, no matter how protected they are. Just give me some time to think.
We're all going to need to think this through. About this and all we've learned. Despite our intervention in the ruins at High Prairie, Kornaz has not abandoned his plans to use guardians in his war. I need to perform the ritual that Mev spoke to me about. She said that it could help us understand the continent and counter Kornaz's plans.
I'll be at your side. Together, we can accomplish the will of the Tiernahach and understand these lands.
Thank you, Nilan.
Wherever you decide to go, we'll follow you. The Constanzia, her crew, and I. You need only tell us a destination.
Let's get to work.
Oh, by the Tempest. I can't believe Falster would do that to us. Why on earth did she suddenly decide to go and try to play assassin? We're gonna go after her, right? At sea, we don't abandon a ship in distress.
That poor child. Why did she have to try such a stupid thing? Kurnaz is so well protected, she had no chance. I hope we'll get her out of jail as fast as possible. I dare not imagine what they must be doing to her.
Vridengar, I'm happy that you came to talk to me. Hollis must have finished cleaning and deciphering the document that you found on Iqbal. Let's go see him together. We've already lost enough time, thanks to me. The survival of the Black Arcs hangs in the balance.
You are right. Let's go.
Thanks. And this time, I promise to follow your advice.
I hope Fausta can hang on until we come to her rescue. The General will do everything he can to break her.
Good Lord, Fausta, why did she throw herself on the General? Not that I don't understand why she wanted to kill him, that's obvious. But we would have learned so much more if she'd held her hand. And now we have to get her out of prison again.
Had I led the attack myself, Kurnaz would not have survived. I'd have liked Fausta to tell me about it. Speaking of Fausta, we're not going to leave her in that prison, are we?
The fool! I've never seen such a poorly executed murder attempt. It was disastrous. Pathetic. Why didn't she warn me and ask for advice? Ugh. Assassination is an art, especially with someone as well protected as Kurnaz. It's not something that should be entrusted to amateurs, really. Forgive my moodiness. Did you want something?
For such a long time, I'd done everything I could to avoid creating too strong a bond with the people I was travelling with. I hid behind a detached attitude, behind my sarcasm, but you knew how to see through it. And today I realise that I care about you more than I should, that you haunt my nights a little too much. Oh, sometimes I wish the world and its worries disappeared for a moment and there were just the two of us.
It won't make the world disappear. But we could meet in my cabin later if you feel like it.
I'll be there. Count on me. I must be losing my mind. I've done everything I can to stick to my principles all these years, and yet, here I am. Can I come in?
If you're crazy, I must be mad too. Come in.
Is this what happiness feels like? I could get used to this, I think. Good Lord, what I feel for you is indescribable. I feel like my heart is going to explode. It's so strange. I didn't think I was capable of it. I did everything I could not to be. And yet, here we are.
I love you too, Ludwig. I too would like this happiness to last.
It's crazy, isn't it? We both found ourselves embarked by chance in this adventure, swayed by the decisions of a dangerous madman, to end up together. By the way, we have to go back and save the world, my love. Are you ready?
With you? Always. Hello.
Hello, everyone. How can we help you?
Nilan and I would like to know if you were able to decipher the bloodied document that we found on the merchant Iqbal.
Oh, yes. I almost forgot that silly business. It was such a long time ago. I was able to decipher an address here in Olima, and it just so happens that I know who works there. It's a certain Nizam, the new guildmaster of our city tanners.
And where can we find this Nizam? If he's the one who bought the Black Orcs clanfolk, we need to speak to him.
You'll most certainly find him in the Ochre boroughs. That's where his guild is headquartered. It's just north of here.
You seem to know this man. What's he like?
He doesn't have a reputation for being friendly, but he managed to rise in influence in the city of late. He has a very aggressive vision when it comes to business. He's been proposing new wares at lower prices, attracting merchants from other cities. But I must admit, I only have occasional dealings with him. In my position, I don't have much contact with artisans' guilds.
Thank you for helping us unravel the information on this document, Halis.
Yes, you have corrected my error. We've lost time, but thanks to you we'll find the orcs.
You are welcome.
We'll leave you to your research.
Goodbye. Please feel free to come back any time you need help.
Hello, are you Nizam, the chief of the Tanners Guild?
That's me, all right. Are you looking for a job?
We would like to know where your employees come from.
That's a strange question. They come from Olima, most of them. Some others from deeper provinces in the country. Why are you asking me?
You're lying. We found your address among Iqbal's papers. That despicable slave merchant. So free the Black Orcs and stop taking us for idiots.
I wouldn't dare treat you that way. But I'm telling you that I know no Iqbar or Iqbal or what have you. Maybe she noted my name down in the hopes of selling me her merchandise, but I would never have bought them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to return to my work.
I don't believe a word that you're saying. You're obviously hiding something, and...
I'd leave it there. This crafty old man won't say anything more. We'll find out what happened to your people another way.
Very well. We'll leave you to your business.
Good day. I hope to never hear anyone making accusations again.
Look! This woman dropped a paper.
It seems like there is something written on it.
Well then, what does it say?
It reads, "If you would like to know what's happened to your countrymen, meet up at nightfall in the suburbs. We'll be waiting for you in the gardens to the north."
It's quite strange. Is it a new custom of the Renoixe that I don't know yet?
This woman has something to tell us. She can't do it here, that's all. We should go and see her if you want to find your people.
Let's go then.
Hey! Are you the one looking for islanders in the Ochre boroughs?
That's us, yes. We got your message. So what do you have to tell us?
My name is Gizem, and I directed the guild before Nizam took over the reins.
Pleasure to meet you. But I don't yet understand how that can help us.
I know that Nizam has been buying Tearfredians from Iqbal. He makes them work the vats in the Ochre boroughs, isolated from the others. It's thanks to them that his revenues are up. He makes them stain fabrics with these new colors that have become all the fashion. He exploits them horribly, treats them so badly that 2 of them have died.
You see? I knew that the man was lying. We could have freed our people an hour ago.
Nothing tells us that she isn't lying, too. She has too many personal stakes in the game, if you want my opinion. And, well, if we had drawn our arms in the Ochre Borough in broad daylight, We could have called it the Blood Red Borough a moment later.
It's true that the Renoiks alloy with such ease. So? Or are you saying...
I see that we've got here just in time. One more minute, and that scoundrel would have found new allies.
Oh no! I beg you, protect me from these men. I swear to tell you all that I know if I survive. Thank you. Thank you so much. Without you, I would have been dead.
Who were these warriors?
Mercenaries hired by Nizam to watch me and silence me if I were to have talked, I suppose. It's the reason that I need your help, and that I'm willing to help you in return.
This man is more ill-natured than I thought. More devious as well.
He knows how to fool others, and he's desperate. He got the new post by promising to increase business for the entire guild. But the only one making more money was him, by using free labor and exploiting the knowledge of your countrymen.
You said that you would need our help. I imagine that you're not asking for mercenaries. What do you want from us?
I want you to help me bring down Nizam. In exchange, I promise to make sure your countrymen are well treated once I take control of the guild again.
Well treated, but they would still be your slaves. Is that what you're telling us? Who do you take us for?
My friend is right. There is no way that our countrymen can continue to be used as slaves. They must be liberated, or we'll do nothing for you.
I would have loved to continue to benefit from their knowledge. Very well. Since those are your conditions, I have no choice. My plan is simple. Nizam has destroyed the harmony in the guild, since he has no more workers to pay. If you free your people, he won't be able to hold his position, nor deliver clients from the other cities. And that won't please the Sopharch, who helped him obtain his position. It will bring him down and put me in his place. I thought to propose bringing your people into my workshops, where they could work in excellent conditions.
It's out of the question.
But since my proposal doesn't satisfy you, well, it'll be up to you to find them a place to go and live.
Tell us where our people are and we will liberate them. That's what we intend to do in any case.
Alas, I have no idea. Every night, Nizam takes them to keep them somewhere under guard. I tried to follow them one time, but the men threatened me, and I had to abandon my chase. The only person with the power to tell you would be the Sopharch, Ilken. He must know which building they're being locked up in at night.
Who is this infamous Sopharch, and where might we find him?
He is the chief administrative officer of all Olima, but he is also a professor at the University of Sciences. You'll certainly find him there.
I don't understand how this man has anything to do with tenors.
The Sopharch has it in his heart to develop both trade and the artisanal crafts of the city. Before he named Nizam to the head of the guild, he encouraged us to manufacture more goods and lower our prices. He was always telling us that our labor was too expensive and that it lacked creativity. And he spoke often of opportunities that the Tir Fredi colony would open up to us.
And Nizam was chosen as he could meet those objectives by agreeing to use slaves.
That's what I believe, yes.
I believe we have a couple of words to say to this Sopharch.
All the other tanners stand behind me. They're fed up with seeing their work so poorly respected. Many were forced to let go good workers. But for now, they're keeping quiet because they fear Nizam's methods. He has no problem using his armed men, as you saw for yourselves. That said, if Nizam loses his slave labor, they'll stand against him in order to bring things back to the way they were before.
Your intrigues are your own, but know that my people will soon be liberated.
One last thing, if you don't mind. It would be better that you avoid bringing up my name to the Sopharch. In spite of everything, we still need his support.
I see.
Friedenger, wait. I have an idea. But taking into consideration my previous errors, I'd like your opinion before jumping in. I don't know what you think about this Gizem, but I don't trust her. She wasn't even considering freeing our people at first. And I don't know if the Sopharch will say what he knows. Maybe we could tell him what Gizem is doing in exchange for his help. What do you say?
I need to think about this. Let's wait and see how the Sofark reacts.
You're right. We might be rushing to conclusions.
Oh, you must be that infamous islander that I've heard so much talk about. You're the friend of our young Helise, are you not? How can I be of help to you?
We've come to talk to you about the slaves from our island that are working for the Tanar Nizam.
Really?
We know you're aware of what's going on, and that you even encouraged it. There is no point denying it.
Oh, I don't seek to deny it. I'm surprised that you came to see me about it. Slavery is legal in Olima, even though it's poorly regarded.
We haven't come here to complain, though the way our countrymen are being treated is shameful, but to know where they're being kept.
I guess in the ochre boroughs in the tanning house of Master Nizam. Well, they've earned him quite a lot. Your people have an excellent knowledge of these new plants that allow us to get unique and original colors.
At night, your Master Tanner takes them elsewhere. We want to know where.
Listen, I understand that it's difficult to accept, but he hasn't done anything wrong. And I have no business talking about his affairs with you.
I am sure we can offer you something in exchange for the information that we need.
I doubt that. The only thing I'm preoccupied with at present is chemistry, and I doubt that islanders can help me in that area.
We could perhaps come to an agreement. What if you tell us where our countrymen are being held, in exchange for information explaining what's really going on within the Tanners Guild?
How's that? What do you mean, what's going on in the guild?
Let's just say that your protégé is having problems. But we won't tell you more until you have told us what you know.
Very well. Nizam will be able to find other employees. Your people are lodged in an abandoned house in the Thieves' Borough that I allowed him to use. Now, tell me everything.
Gizem and the other Tanners took it rather poorly that Nizam became the head of the guild, using slave labor to lower prices. They judged that it created unfair competition, and they're the ones who told us that islanders are working for him. They encouraged us to liberate them, hoping that without workers, Nizam would lose contracts and his reputation.
At the risk of hurting the entire guild in the city itself. What folly! Thank you for informing me.
We are going to leave you to your work, Professor.
Oh, goodbye, young people. It was a pleasure.
Where do you think you're going? If you think I'm gonna let you free my slaves, you've lost your mind.
You're expecting us. Did the Sofark warn you?
He did, in fact. He warned me about Gizem's pitiful attempt to destabilize me and take over, and your role in all of this. It was her final attempt, believe you me. She won't be trying anything else against me ever. And that should keep the others doubting. As for you, your little crusade is over. Let's go, fellows. Slaughter these troublemakers.
Are you all right?
Who are you? You are Teofredians too. But you appear to be free.
We are Donegada of the Shining Scales clan. We are here to get you out and set you free.
How did you find us?
We'll tell you all about that later. We need to leave here quickly. Follow us. I fear that this city's tanning industry is going to have some problems recovering from all of this.
Maybe they'll think twice before wanting to buy slaves again. What counts above all is that you're free from now on.
Thanks to you. And we've also been avenged for all this. Nizam was working us to death.
What are you planning on doing now?
Leave this city as soon as I can, and try to find someplace peaceful.
There is a little community of our people in the mountains just north of here, near the old ruins. A new clan of refugees. You'll be welcomed with open arms.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll go there.
I'm glad you came to see me. I'd like you to come with me, so we can put an end to this business concerning my mother. I've had time to think about what we've discovered. About the fact that my father gave the order to sink a ship that was transporting a diplomat. I want to understand why he did it. To do that, we need to question the Imperial Ambassador. Would you be willing to go with me to Peren?
Of course. Let's go. I'm also curious to find out the reasons for what happened.
Thank you. Your help and support mean a lot to me. Let's set a course for the embassy.
You're back? What do you want?
Have you heard about a ship that sank a few years ago? An Alliance diplomat was on board, en route for negotiations.
That's a well-kept secret. The mission was highly classified.
May I answer the Ambassador? Madam Ambassador, my mother captained the vessel that sank the diplomat ship. She was so horrified she let herself die in a storm. Though the order came from her commander was taking orders from someone I wished to meet. I must understand why this happened.
You just confessed that your mother, a Naut, sabotaged our peace negotiations?
My friend chose honesty, Your Grace. It's delicate, but we must learn the truth.
I'd also like to get to the bottom of this matter. For decades, we'd been hoping to negotiate a truce, or even a peace treaty. We knew it would be complicated. Not everyone was in favor. It became a state secret when the Alliance negotiators' ship sank.
Who gave the order? You said people didn't want peace.
I don't have names. Anyone whose business is war could be responsible. The Guard, the Nauts themselves, the Congregation for Profit, or even Ptolemy to keep an ally, and factions within the Empire and the Alliance.
Some Dootan nobles would frown on peace with the Alliance, but the people wouldn't.
Thank you for sharing, Your Grace.
I hope we find the mastermind behind this atrocity.
Greetings. I hope you've recovered from your incarceration, Captain Alvida.
Yes, thank you, Master, and allow me to thank you again for your aid.
Please, Captain, it was only fair. I hope you like your new ship.
Oh, enormously. And I thank you for choosing the one you did.
I suspected you would appreciate it, given its history. She needed work, the Constancia. She had suffered, but she was waiting for you.
What can you tell us about the old contracts of Admiral Barcelos' fleet?
I gather from your question that Captain Alvida is curious about her family's history.
Yes, Master. I would like to understand how my father conducted his business in years gone by. He doesn't tell me everything, and some of his past contracts intrigue me.
You know, there are some matters I can't discuss with you. The Guild is very protective of its secrets, as you well know. I would say it all started when journeys to Tir Freddy became more frequent a few years ago. That sea was entrusted to Admiral Cabral. Your father kept the southern continental seas, which put him in a tough spot. The continental routes are safer, but also much less lucrative, and his fleet began to run low on money. I know that he accepted a number of contracts, the details of which I don't know, but which helped him weather the storm. It was rumored that these contracts were not entirely worthy of the Guild, but the Admiral managed to keep them secret.
Please, Master. I need to know what happened back then. There are far too many secrets and things left unsaid between my father and me.
I understand, but unfortunately I've never seen the contracts myself. Your father kept them secret from everyone. They must be somewhere in the library, but I doubt anyone would be allowed to see them, even a captain like yourself. Rumor has it that there is a secret room in the library that even our dear librarian cannot enter. I can't say if it's true, or if the Admiral would have hidden the contracts there.
Thank you, Master.
What are you doing here? Captain Alvida, sneaking foreigners into our library?
Please understand, we pose no threat to the guild. But I had to know.
Know what? Do you understand what you've done?
We seek documents detailing an event that tarnishes your guild. We want to avoid a scandal and levy justice.
You're being vague. You need to tell me why you're in the library.
We learned Admiral Barcelos ordered the sinking of a ship near Doinia. It carried a diplomat intending to negotiate a truce with the Dutan Empire.
My mother captained that mission. Her guilt drove her to seek death in a storm.
Are you absolutely certain? Do you have any proof?
We came here to find the contract that incriminates my father. I needed to confront him.
I grant you, exceptionally, permission to search the library. Oh, this troubles me greatly.
So my father was already working with Kurnas all those years ago. He agreed to sink a ship for him. And not just any ship.
He was having financial problems and took the first contract that came along.
Yes. And he did it without considering the consequences. With no regard for the lives of so many people on the continent. Or even his wife's.
The people of the continent always put their own immediate needs first. They never consider the long-term consequences. The state of Gakan is proof of that.
I must speak with him. I need an explanation. With this contract in our possession, he'll have to answer.
Hello. How can I help you?
I'm not sure if you've been told yet, but an important document was stolen from the Great Library. A map, to be precise. To keep the matter under wraps, the librarian asked us to investigate to find out who is behind the theft.
Don't tell me you think there are knots involved in this scandal.
I do, and with good reason. We know that several knots were involved in the theft.
It's true. As shocking as it is. There are some who have betrayed the guild. And you know one of them. She seems to be their leader. First mate Iva.
Iva? I would never have imagined she could stoop so low. She's ambitious for certain, but betraying the guild is quite another thing. I'll make sure she's arrested. And I'll find those who are working with her. Trust me. As for that map, I assume you found it. Please, give it to me. I'll take it to the Master Librarian, in person. I'd like to apologize for my men's behavior.
I'm sorry. We returned it to the Master Librarian already. We wanted to make sure it was safe as quickly as possible.
That was surely the right course of action. Now all that's left is to deal with the traitors in my ranks, and suffer the shame they've brought on. Thank you for keeping me abreast of the situation. It's an absolute shock.
Alvida, was there something you wanted to say to your father?
Yes. Father? We learnt of your involvement in the attack on a ship transporting a diplomat to Peren a few years ago. We found the contract you signed with General Kurnas for this mission. Not only did this mission ruin any chance of peace on the continent, it also caused my mother's death.
I knew that if you kept digging, you'd eventually learn the truth. You've always been this way. Getting to the bottom of things, even if it hurts you. You must understand that at the time, my fleet was in danger of falling apart. Everything I did was to maintain our importance on the continent. But I didn't truly understand what Kurnas was asking us to do.
Yes. And by doing it, it's as if you killed my mother with your own hands.
And that only increased Kurnas's influence. It allowed him to become the menace to the world that he is today.
That's true. Ever since, Kurnas has had leverage over me and regularly demands more favors. I allowed myself to be drawn into a spiral of destruction and death for helping a man in exchange for a few coins. It cost me my wife, and it almost cost me my daughter. In a way, I'm glad you finally found out. It's time for the truth to come out. For Kernaz to lose his hold over me, and for me to pay the price for my actions. I will request a meeting of the council, where I will explain the situation to them, and resign from my position as Admiral. I realize that this will not be enough to earn your forgiveness. I cannot forgive myself for what happened to your mother, but I hope that at the very least, you will no longer be ashamed of your father's actions.
What now? Let him resign or forgive him?
I don't know. I was hoping he'd defend himself. He just gave up. I don't know what to do. Despite his poor choices, he's a good admiral. And he's all I have left.
It's difficult. I'm sorry.
Should I forgive and tell him not to resign?
Your father's already paid for his mistake. Maybe coming clean before the council is enough. He is a good admiral. I think, deep down, you've already forgiven him.
Thank you. I'd like to talk to him before he resigns. Will you come with me? Father.
Alvida? What are you doing here? Have you come to make sure I'm relinquishing my position?
No. I'm here to keep you from making a huge mistake.
I'm not sure I follow you.
You made a bad decision once. You paid dearly for it. And you're willing to face the consequences, and that's why I've decided to forgive you. Tell the council what happened. Promise you'll use your position to promote the guild and restore its image. But don't quit. Your fleet still needs you.
I didn't think you'd ever find it in you to forgive me. Once again, I've underestimated you. Thank you, Alvida. No father has ever been prouder than I am of you today. And thank you for supporting her and being here with her. The council will soon be in session. You should go now.
Good speed, Father. I wanted to thank you for your help and support you gave me throughout our inquiry. Without you, I would still be plagued by doubt and a desire for revenge.
Do you feel better now?
Yes, I feel liberated. Even though we still have a lot to do together, my mind is at peace. I wanted to thank you again for helping me get to the bottom of things. Thanks to you, I'm no longer plagued by doubt. And I feel liberated, in a way.
All right. We've had a good look around. What are our options?
Forcing our way in is out of the question, and going through the barracks seems very dangerous. It's not impossible, but it's risky.
I've got an idea. Why don't we go in the same way we brought you out? I'm not particularly fond of sewers, but surely there are fewer guards there.
It's a good plan, but there's a chance they've increased security since then. Let's take a decision quickly and get going. I fear Fausta won't have the luxury of waiting for us for long. Fausta! Fausta, is that you?
I'm here. Thanks for coming to get me. But you won't be able to open the door to this horrible ward without the keys. The head guard keeps them on his person at all times. He must be in the guard room. Please, hurry. Every second I spend in this place destroys me a bit more.
We could try to pick the lock.
The locks here are particularly sophisticated. But do what you think is best.
Fausta, are you all right?
I've been better, but I'm happy to see you.
I'm guessing you'd like to continue this conversation outside.
You guessed right.
You don't look too well.
It's nothing. Thank you. Thanks for coming for me. I suppose I haven't lost my aptitude for getting myself into deplorable situations. Come, we'd best not tarry.
You're late. I've been waiting for you for hours. But you finally walked straight into the trap I set for you. You may have taken me by surprise last time, but not today. None of you will make it out of here alive. Guard, do your duty.
Is everyone all right?
I've been better, but I'm alive.
You won't get rid of me that easily. But I'd rather leave this place as fast as we can.
Unfortunately, Alpai seems to have cut off all the escape routes. How are we going to get out of here?
We can still go through the sewers. Again, just my luck.
You're right. Especially since we came in that way. There won't be anyone to stop us. It'll be easy to retrace our steps.
Freedom at last. Thank you for rescuing me. They would have tortured me to death.
We couldn't leave you there. But why did you attack Kornas like that? You must have known it wouldn't work.
I wasn't sure I'd get another chance to kill him, so I had to do it. I had to try at least. I'd received orders. I owe you an explanation after everything you've done for me. But first, I need to get the Cardinal's approval. Let's go to Peren. Everything will be made clear there, I promise.
Fausta, my child. You're alive.
Yes, thanks to my friends. We came to see you because I feel we owe them an explanation.
You're right. They've proven time and again that we can trust them. Still, please keep everything Fausta tells you a secret.
Are you familiar with the Ordo Arcanis? No? Good. That proves we are doing our job well. We are an order of spies and secret agents who work in the shadows for the greatness and protection of Teleme.
I am the head of the Order, and Fausta is one of our most valuable operatives. When I realized the danger that Kurnaz and his faction of imperialists posed, I gave her orders to assassinate him.
Unfortunately, things did not go as planned, and you had to get involved.
I should have known that it was too late for this mission. Kurnaz has become too important and far too suspicious.
So now you know the whole story. I hope you will forgive me for my lies and omissions. I had no choice.
After all that has happened, I regret to inform you that I must relieve you of your duties, Fausta. This is not a punishment, but you are now too recognizable to continue with this work. However, I hope I can continue to rely on you all to do everything in your power to stop Kurnaz. As for you, Fausta, you can return to Teleme when this is all over, if such is your desire, with my blessing and support.
You showed incredible courage and great loyalty in coming to free me from this prison, while I'm really sorry that I wasn't honest with you from the start. I had orders, but I'll always be ashamed of having hidden who I was from you.
Ato olcam frangi e brandi ole hanememen. Ades dama charmam. Linquid dam da veru evridanas te hanemo avelu data lugedan. Close data hauan buledi data ragam kengu entagamem. Qua en anemam harsa eniedi. I'm well. Even if I am exhausted and disorientated, what I felt is difficult to describe. I was laden. Suddenly I felt my body shredded in an explosion of terrific rage. Then I was that rage, and I became something else. I was immense. My roots digging into the depths of the earth, my peaks touching the sky. But I was wounded and full of hatred, and then I saw myself. Tiny, sitting here, as if hiding in a shard of my past powerful greatness.
It was violent. Terribly so. The spirit of the continent. Gakan is of a completely different nature than on Milfrichtemen. A vengeful and destructive will devours it entirely. I am not surprised that anyone binding with it is transformed immediately.
That's it. I was all of Gakan, and I was full of infinite suffering, as if thousands of needles were piercing my skin. I felt violated and dying, as if some horrifying illness had infected me.
I sensed in my mountaintops the place where I wanted to bond. Something there continued to draw from my power.
You're describing this as if you truly felt it. I am so sorry for you. It must have been horrible.
You're going to need to rest after this. Did you see anything that could help us anticipate Kernaz's next movements?
Yes. Other than the caverns, I felt certain places as if they were my own internal organs beating with energy. I suppose that these are places of power. Places where bonding rituals might be performed as well.
I know this might be a stupid question, but do you think you could locate them?
Would you know how to find your heart? Yes. I felt where they can be found. One of them we know already. It's the one on the lands of the congregation, near the border with your country. There were others beyond there. I don't know how they are called, but I could show them to you on a map.
I suggest we notify the Duton Embassy to ensure that these powerful places are properly guarded.
Excellent idea, Ludwig. Even if it would be risky for Kernaz to send men directly into the heart of enemy territory.
Agreed. Since it only requires a small detachment of men to create one of these creatures, surveillance would not hurt.
Alas, there were also several on these lands. And these could be easily exploited by the General. There were two twins. One a great chasm to the north of Olima, a cancer in my flesh, and the other touched my peaks. I imagine that it's a mine near another site of ruins in the mountains. There was another to the north, still within my entrails, near a long, wet scar.
You're speaking of the Tyne Canal, I think. There are numerous Astrian ruins in the region. This place must be one of them.
That is possible. There are so many, my head is spinning. Concerning the twin sites, I believe the one in the mountain heights is where Nilan bonded himself. We know there was a mine nearby. That's probably the other twin site. It was leaking pus, much more wounded than the others.
Till, Safia, do you know this mine?
That would be an old copper mine. I think it's abandoned.
I concur. Production was stopped years ago. The copper was eventually depleted after centuries of exploitation.
Yet, still I sensed that something was going on there. We should go and see.
I agree. I felt the same thing. As if something were stretching me.
Kernaz chose this place to continue his research, and it will be heavily guarded.
And your vision of the ruins near the border?
It was a place like the others. I just recognized it more easily because we had been there. Great battles were fought there in ancient times, weren't they?
Yes. The war between the Empire and the free cities, supported by the congregation, spilled over all the way to those lands. The earth must still be drenched in the blood of the poor soldiers who perished there.
Yes. There was so much blood spilled.
Perhaps. But we went there and a ritual was already performed. It wouldn't seem an urgency to return.
Yes. It's to the mines that we should go first. Something is going on there.
What are you doing here? How did you get in? Those guards don't let anyone past them.
We were forced to kill them. We must know what is being done down here. And the guards were in our way.
I beg you. You don't need to hurt me.
No. Please tell us what is happening here. Isn't the mine supposed to be abandoned?
Yes, but we aren't mining for copper anymore. Some general from the city decided it was the ideal location for his experiments.
What kind of experiments?
No idea, really. All I can tell you is that it involves islanders and a lot of giant lizards.
And what are you doing here?
My men and I have been paid to shore up the mine. Modify it to fit their strange ideas. But today we're here more to clean up after them. It seems like they've finished whatever it is they were doing.
Where were the native prisoners taken?
I'm fairly certain you'll find them in the main gallery. It's where we were told to put the rest of their materials.
Do you know why they were brought here?
Poor souls, I think they were used in the experiments. And when those savants left the mine, the prisoners were abandoned like scrap. They're in the area next to the raised bridges you'll find at the entryway, but it's off limits for us. We're not allowed to go past the double bridge.
We must free them. Are you certain you can't tell us any more about the experiments carried out here?
No, they do their research at the bottom of the mine. It's off limits to us. All I can tell you is there were many deaths, and ever since, the earth trembles now and again. Some say they created a monster down there. Most of the savants left after that.
Is there another way to gain access to the main gallery?
Not that I know of. You need to pass the double bridge.
I need you to lower this bridge immediately. It is the only way to get where we need to go.
I'll do it. But promise me that you won't hurt me. I'm going to go down now and lock the second bridge, all right? Please, just stay here to lower the first one when the others set.
Look, prison cells. That must be where our people are being kept.
No! Leave! Or you too will die!
Something is coming!
What the?
The Guardian!
You killed it. I didn't think it was even possible. Thank you. You saved all of us.
You have no need to thank us. We have come here to stop a madman. He is responsible. What happened here?
These lions brought us here to torture us. And they wanted our Tonegada to bond to this place. They managed to get one of them to transform suddenly into this horrifying guardian. Then they tried to control it as best they could. But the creature killed many men, and they abandoned their efforts. Most of their savants fled, and just left us locked down here. 2 of them stayed behind and were killed yesterday. Nobody has come down here. We were left to starve or to be eaten by the Guardian. If you know how to decipher their writing, they scribble most everything down they do, especially the atrocities. You might learn something more.
We do indeed know how to read their writing. It is how we knew to come here. We must stop them from creating more corrupted guardians.
It's time for us to be going. I'm eager to see the light of day and breathe fresh air.
I would wait a while until we have left. There are still guards outside the mine who we snuck past.
We've not the strength to fight right now.
We'll take care of the guards. The noise from the battle must have alerted them by now.
I don't know where we'll go now, but at least we are free and alive.
I know a friendly village inhabited by people from our homeland. I helped found it, not far from here in the mountains. You will be welcome. Like you, the people there have been through great trials and suffering, but they are happy now and live in peace.
That would be a dream come true. Can you help me find this village?
It's near here. Go round the mountain, following the river towards Olima. Look for the ruins of an ancient temple. You'll find a path to the village.
Thank you so much. May the art carry you always.
This document confirms our worst fears. Most of the savants here were sent to another location to continue their research a few weeks ago. They say that they are looking for subjects devoid of the natural savagery of the islanders and more accustomed to following orders. I fear the worst. They say they're closing in on their objective and headed to Dutton. They're returning to the ruins in High Prairie.
Those villainous vultures. They're set on sowing death and chaos to bring my country to its knees, as if we haven't suffered enough.
They're looking to blame their monstrosities and to provoke a complete war between all nations.
We must put an end to this madness and return to High Prairie before they manage to spawn a new guardian. But we need to warn the Imperial Ambassador and our allies of the congregation. Their support could prove vital if we want to keep Kurnas from starting his war.
We'll need to be extra careful. Those new experiments can only be worse than before.
Let us put an end to the General's plans, once and for all.
You're back. It's always a pleasure to see you. What can I do for you?
We've come to warn you of a potential danger. We've discovered that there are several sites in Alliance territory that could be used to create new guardians. One of them has already been used. Gornaz's scientists created a monstrous guardian in the mines of Keldog. Fortunately, we were able to defeat it. But there are many other locations that we should keep an eye on.
I see. I'll do my best to send some of my men without the General being made aware of it. It won't be easy. He has supporters everywhere now. I'll keep you informed of our findings, of course. The last thing we need is for creatures as tall as buildings to be roaming through the Alliance, destroying everything in their path.
Thank you, Sir Francis.